All right, you can see where I'm at. Let me see. This is private property, so I'll try to keep, you know, I'm right here along the river. Right out there's the river. You can see this stuff. I just walked into the field and that looks like a little flake right there. You can see the ground. It's real sandy, like gravelly soil here. The river's up. You know, I could find arrowheads here. I could, but I've only found one nice piece in this field on video on my whole channel, and I walk it a bunch. See, there's river cobble, chert black stuff. This cracked open Indians with them. It's coming right out of these gravel layers like this along the river. There's another piece, but I'm going to try to metal detect, try to find something. I found a few cool things in this field with the detector. There are a lot of cans and stuff, but I've been trying to take all the trash out of here. I carry it out every time. Cans, big chunks of metal. I've even picked up big rocks out of here so that it don't mess up the farm equipment. But you can see this looks like they've graded it a little bit, but they've never really deep plowed it. I found a big blade in this field, and that's the only thing that I found on my channel. It's like 5 inches long, and the reason being that they did some excavator work and it flipped it up, and in the video it was laying right along a corn stalk, and I mean somebody had walked the field 2 days prior, and because of the way it was laying, it was tan. Somebody walked right over it, almost stepped on it. Honestly, I got lucky, and it would be somebody walking this to sell all the stuff to buy beer, like a local idiot. So at least I got that. I've not found another nice point though. Most of the stuff's all beat up. But you can see there's a mason jar lid. See a lot of these big rocks, some of them are hammerstones in this stuff. There's decent stuff here, but with all this gravel and the plowing, most of the points are damaged. If they do excavator work and get down in along any place, there's a good possibility of something nice, but I haven't been finding it. But I'll get back. I'll try to dig the real good signals live. That is hard to do. I've been out here before and dug 20 targets in a row and it's all junk. And then I'm like, the heck with this, because you got the GoPro on, you got to delete the clips. You got to give guys credit that are live digging a bunch of stuff in their videos, because you wouldn't believe the amount of editing it takes. I'm gonna try to do a better job on the metal detecting, because believe me, I can get into it. Hope everybody's having a good 2020. I'm gonna stay here. All right, I am also using the Garrett Ace 400. And if I'm in the woods or something, I run it on 0 discrimination so I hear everything. You want that in places where there's not lots of targets. So you can hear the iron beds around like old houses and stuff. You'll know when you're on a site in the woods by running it in 0 discrimination. You'll go a long way without any hits, and then you'll just hear grunts from the iron, and that means you're in a good spot, most likely. But in a field like this with lots of stuff, I'll either run it on coin mode or relic mode, and usually relic mode. So that's what I'm running this detector in today. You can see my output there, right in relics here in the mode. And then I keep the sensitivity in a field like this about where it's at, down 1 or 2 bars from the top. Later fade. All right, I just got this, my first target. I didn't film it because it was a bad signal. It was jumping all over the place, but it's some kind of little piece of brass, and then it has a thing coming off of it. I'm not sure what that is, but it looks old, and I'm right in this field. I'm gonna keep at it. Good signals, I'll dig them live. Right here's where I dug that target, that little pin thing, and then right here, 4 to 6 inches deep, 39 to, it's jumping all over the place, but I'm digging that. It sounds 40, 40, 40, 40. It's about 40. Right in there. Let me see if I can't do this kind of live. You want to fill your holes in too. Thought that would have got it, but it did not. That seems from that noise, it sounded close to the surface. Huh. Yep, can slaw. Huh, that can't be what that was. Yeah, maybe so. Huh. Yeah, it was 40 on the dot. Didn't think that'd be 40. I'll get back at you. Yeah, it gets hard out here. There's a rifle casing. I'm finding all kinds of targets to dig, but all of it's been junk so far. But I found really awesome stuff here. I'm gonna keep at it. Right there's it's an older one, but nothing I'm looking for. Later. All right, I got my first coin, but I already picked it up. And look, it's a memorial down in this field. That's just nuts that you find this stuff out here. There's just modern trash everywhere. Looks like 1970. It's in pretty nice shape, but who wants to find that? Not really me. See, there's real old glass and stuff. That's kind of lavender there. I don't know if you can see that. I got this thing on my head and I got a toboggan on and my headsets for my metal detector. I haven't been finding crap in here, some broken stuff like this, and I'll take this out, carry this out, and just, you know, the penny and junk. I got a whole thing of junk, and there's modern trash in here too. I'm not doing too good. All right, I'm gonna take this rock out. That was in the field of view on my last clip here. Look at that groove thing around it. It's not an artifact, it's a natural stone, but it's a cool natural stone. Look at that line around it. That's odd. All right, here's another thing I want to talk about. The big trash you always want to pick out. And if somebody is nice enough to let you walk their cornfield and give you permission to come in and metal detect, and you see rocks this size, you need to get them out of the plow zone and up on the edge of the field so the farmer can see them, or they're not going to plow because it will damage their discs and their farm equipment. Please do that. You have to consider all of this when somebody's letting into your property. And if you I'd pile them all in the same pile. Like if I find more, I'll bring them all up here and stack them up so he can get them out of here however he sees fit. It's a good idea. Later. All right, does anybody know what this is? This looks brass. This piece is broke off. It might be like a pull off a real old drawer or something. And look at that really crude, primitive looking. And you can see how nice the condition is. It's coming out of the sandy soil. But that's old. Maybe it's a drawer pull. I don't know what it is, a handle off something, but that's old. I'm gonna take that. Look at this. Big piece of red fired sandstone in this field. Definitely a nutting stone. Right there's one hole. And there's another one. These things are all over the place, but see how they are in fields? I'm surprised this one's even in. See the disc marks on it? You ain't finding these in fields. They're almost a place that's been plowed a bunch. The only reason why this one's probably holes because this place has been no-tilled for a long time. Right there's a nutter. Throw that out. Throw this brick up. So here's more. Put that stuff in piles later. Yeah, here's a flake of flint red sticking out. I thought it might be the tip of a bladelet. That's what I thought, long bladelet. That's what I thought it was going to be. I ain't even seen much flint. I think I have one other piece in my pocket that was actually worth bringing. I'm looking around later. And I just got a heartbreaker, and this is right in the same spot of the field as I found that big blade. But this is broke. It was right in there. Look at this. You know what this is? Oh, this is a heartbreaking soaked. Look at this. Busted from the plow. Look, oh, folks. Daggone it. Oh, sick. Sick. Yeah, I'll get back to you. Nice bit. But here, man, I'll look around real good. This is the best part of the field. I'm gonna walk it and look it real close. Later. Same principle as the river. See all this? This is Indian campfires. That's fired rock, just like at the river. The only problem with places like this is there's lots of artifacts here, but you're never gonna find a serrated. See right here, flake of flint. There's flint everywhere in here, actually. It just rained real hard the last couple days, and some dude looks this all the time, but he ain't been in here since the rain stopped. He must be on a drunkard or on drugs this week. That's usually about the story. If you find something, he sells it and stays drunk for a week and then comes out and looks for more stuff. But nobody's been in here since the rain, so everything's cleaned off. I can see remnants of foot tracks, but there might be something nice here. See all the fire rock in here? This is what you want to look for in the fields, and you'll see little flakes like this. Look here, another flake right here. There could be another flake right here, and this looks like a tip. It is. It's a tip of a green point. Look at that. Another piece. Look around all good in here, and I'll see if I just can't get an arrowhead video now. I'll go to an old house yard and do some metal detecting after this. I'll try to at least try to find something with the metal detector. I found a few interesting pieces, but you know, a Lincoln Memorial penny is not what I'm looking for, and that's the only coin I got today. I was hoping to find like a colonial copper in here or something to show you how nice it is versus, you know, like fertilized yards. You get out in sandy soil like this, you see this kind of gravelly sandy soil, buy yourself a metal detector. It stinks sometimes doing it, I won't lie to you. It does. You have to dig a lot of targets to find stuff, but it's worth it. It absolutely is. You know, I'm out here, I don't really want to be metal detecting, but I gotta find stuff for videos, and it's hard. The river's just sky high. These Amos Point sites are underwater. Even the places I can go over in West Virginia that are high water sites are underwater today. I was gonna go maybe try to dig some of them pentagonals like I did last summer, but it's underwater. See, there's another chunk of balloon hoop. This, I'm right out on a point above the river, so this is gonna be loaded. All right, it's pouring the rain down on me now. I'm gonna be soaked clear to the skin because I don't have on waterproof clothes. This looks good enough. See, there's more flint. I'm just gonna walk it all and see what else I can find. See, there's a flake of red right there. There's stuff everywhere in here. You know, it's probably all gonna be broke, but I still like finding this stuff and seeing what's here and showing you guys. And lots of people can walk cornfields. You know, you're not gonna find serrated Amos smokers in a cornfield. Believe me, you're not. It's all gonna be damaged, almost all. You'll get a point, a real nice one every now and then, but it's the delicate points that I'm looking for. The stuff that's, there's a little flake. The stuff that's, you know, coming out of sand and is how it was left. That's the kind of stuff I want, but you can luck onto some good stuff. See, there's a cracked open river cobble. There's white flint ridge right there, you can see it. I'll get back if I see anything interesting later. All right, I want to talk about one more thing. I'm going to stay here and look a while, but while I'm thinking about this, I'm not in this for personal glory. That's why I don't show myself. This channel is about the finds, showing you how to find the stuff. What's this? That had the right color. The Indians like that stuff. But anyway, you know, I'm not a bad looking guy. I think showing myself would absolutely help me. I do. I think my subscriber level would be double what it was if I was actually showing myself. And talking on the camera, I just don't want to do that. This channel is about to finds. You'll never see me set up in an artifact show trying to be a big shot. You know, there's a lot of, I don't know how to put it on here to be family friendly, douchebaggery, I guess, at artifact shows. In Ohio, there's always somebody that you just see that's set up that just makes you sick. looking at your stuff, because it's BS. I don't want to be around that. I don't want to be associated with it. You know, I just want to look and find stuff. I always have. I've told very few people about my channel. You know, a few people my parents know that they're friends with. You know, I don't want people bothering me. And honestly, even if somebody was a huge fan of mine and loved me to death and would do anything in the world for me, it would be, I don't know how to put this either, embarrassing, I guess, for me to have to talk. Look at this, man. Look at that Flint Ridge flint. Holy crap. That's nice stuff. But it would be kind of embarrassing to me, you know? I'm just putting on videos, and I don't know, I really don't like talking to a lot of people. I'm just the kind of guy that likes to stay at home and keep to himself. And if I have a good woman there and my pets, that's all I need. And this. And that's kind of how I am. So, you know, I know a lot of you probably want to hunt with me, and that's another thing I need to address. I've got letters, you know, you want to come down and see my collection. You got to look at it this way. I don't let nobody in my house. You'll get robbed. I don't keep anything out on display or in my house that I consider something that I love that I found. I just do not do that. That's a bad move. That's a stupid move. And you know, I wish I could hunt with everybody. You know, I can care less. I'd come walk this field with some of you people all day. You know, I have no problem metal detecting, but most of the places I hunt are private property. And like one of the dumps, about anybody can dig. But another one took me years to get on it. And the only reason why I'm allowed in on it is because the landowners know my parents. So I'm allowed going up, and I have to fill my holes in. It's the same way with places on the river. A few places I look, I don't own, my parents do. And I go there, and there's not a lot of stuff on it, but I can find stuff, and there's no worries. Other places I'm not allowed, but like one place I look was allowed, then wasn't allowed, and now I'm allowed again because the place has a business and I have adjoining property, and it's done damage to my property. Instead of being an idiot about it, I just said, let me look for arrowheads and I'll fix the damage. And it's going to be continued damage, so I'm in there for a while. I'll be able to look that place for a long time. But you know, you have to ask. Everything I hunt is privately owned. Always. Every place I walk into. Like this is like river gravel stuff in here. There's another piece, but see how close that looks to Cousteau flint? See if I can't break this open here. This is fractured on the inside because of freeze and thaw damage. But see it there? This isn't a good piece of work because it's been laying on the surface. You need to get buried to this. It looks like Cousteau, and it's all over the place. And I'm nowhere near Cousteau County. See, look at it. That's chert. Look at the weight in it. Just looks like Cousteau flint. And this is right out of the gravels of the river. I'll take this one and show it on. I'll show all this stuff I want to clean up. It's about an hour since my last clip. I've walked every row in this field. I'm finding flint and stuff, but I haven't seen anything really else since that breaking point. Thanks for the prayers for my father. I forgot to mention that. Seems to be, maybe I did. I don't know. I'm whipped. But thanks again. He seems to be feeling pretty good. I guess he even went down to the basement, down the old steps, and my mom caught him in the basement and give him some heck. Because, you know, he's not supposed to be doing stuff like that, but he sure is stubborn. But if he's up moving around, I wonder what that is. What the heck is this? I think that's just a rock, but that sure, I thought that was going to be a plummet. But it's just a natural rock. I'm going to take it and look at it, but I don't think it's nothing. But, you know, prayer does work. It does, and thank you guys. He seems to be feeling all right. He was sitting at the table when I come down here. I'll take his stuff up and clean it up. I'm going to go up there. I'm about done here. go up there and mow detector around their house. But you can see what I'm doing here. This is all you have to do. Fire rock for sure. There's flakes and stuff in here, and this is all you have to do is be out. And I usually walk a place. If I walk a field, the good areas, I walk it this way, I walk it this way, and then I walk it this way, because you can see stuff at different angles sticking out. You want to look at everything, and you want to flip every rock over. I would have never found that cell that was down in here, and I flipped it out and saw the bit. Somebody's probably walked right over it just because they didn't flip the stain. See, I flip everything. You almost have to. That was a piece of fire rock. See, here's more. And you know, you can get into places where you're seeing that fire rock, and it's just from an old fire pit in the field a farmer had going. There was rock around it. But if you're seeing flint around it, chances are it's all Indian. You got to be seeing the flakes. See, here's another piece of fired rock, and it's definitely fired. And I'd say some of them rocks like that are hammerstones. It's just they're all muddy, and I have so many hammerstones, I'm just leaving it for somebody else. I could carry all that stuff out in like a backpack or something. But I'm right on a grade in the field, and this is where the rain really erodes it and cuts it. And if you can get permission to dig in cornfields, believe me, you're saving the stuff. Commissioner Tom's doing that. And straight up, that kind of stuff is definitely saving it, because you think about what's happening here. The rain's hitting this. Every year it goes a little deeper. The stuff's getting moved around. The farm machinery's going to come in here and disc the crap out of it, and it's going to destroy it all. Any points that guy's finding in them fields he's digging this year, he's definitely saving them. He definitely is. And guys digging in the woods on ridges, you need to think about this. Every ridge around here has been logged. What do you think logging does to arrowheads? That's how I find sites in the woods. Walking logging trails. You have to be there at the right time of the year. You know, when the leaves come down and then start blowing around, you'll see bare spots in the woods. If you walk places where it's been disturbed, you know, they tear out root balls. That stuff's all mixed up. And once the trees grow back up again, chances are it's going to be logged again. A lot of places in the woods, it was all cleared off in farmland. At one point, it's all been plowed up. And after they log it, the erosion, if there's a creek below your site, like these guys digging down south, that's why most of them points are in them creeks like they are. Farming, logging, a lot of them hilltop sites have all washed into the creeks. There's no issue with that. You know, you want to try to get all this stuff you can on places like that, because eventually, you know, what if the trees need 15 more years to grow in a place in the woods? Then they get to full growth and the property owner says, yeah, come in and log it. What do you think's going to happen with all that machinery? That stuff's just getting ripped. It just is. So whatever you can do when you're looking for this to get it all, it's a service. That's how I see it. Just, I don't agree with heavy equipment on anything, and I'll always stand by that. It's just a no-brainer. You bring in like an excavator or something, you're breaking stuff 100%. I've seen it done. Half the points that come out of the ground are broken in half or chipped. The blade, it's bad. You have to really take your time. You really do. Thanks for watching. All right, you see I got this. I'm telling you boys, all you guys walking fields, you're cheating yourself. You're cheating your channel. You know, I didn't find much today. That brass piece looks pretty daggone old. But I've come in this field before. Flint. And I found a 18 pre-Civil War wheeling suspension bridge token in this sandy soil that's awesome. And it's going to be my signature piece when I take that stuff to that museum in Wheeling. Signature piece for the town of Wheeling. And I'll probably give it to them. It's just, and I have it because I have this. You put this in all metal mode and walk out into them big cornfields, you're going to run on the iron beds that are from old houses that there isn't even any record of. And you have a chance at something spectacular. It'll make your channel grow. Metal detecting is far more popular than arrowhead hunting. You guys over here have let these metal detector guys kick our butts in this area. I'm an arrowhead hunter, I'm not a metal detector, but I'm doing it to get some of that action. You got to do everything you can to make your channel grow. And if you do not, you're cheating yourself. So think about it. Arrowhead hunting, bottle digging, and believe me, I like the bottle digging anymore. But the metal detecting can get pretty gruesome. I don't know, I'd probably say I dug 75 targets in this field, and only a few of them were worth filming. 50 of the 75 were beer cans. So that was real fun in this mud. But it's what you got to do. You never know. One day I'll walk into here maybe and find a big gold coin. You know, the Hoover boys, watch your videos. They've found some smoking stones, coins, man. I'd like to metal detect with them guys. Later. All right, yeah, you always see me with sandals on. I'd show you my toe, but I don't want to show my feet online. There's some freaky people. I wear socks with these. I have a broken toe on my right side. I dislocated it years ago playing sports, and it healed up wrong. It got some calcium deposits on it, and it fuses together. And every once in a while when I'm walking up them hills, it breaks, and it hurts so bad all the time. Doesn't really kill me with these boots, but it's Saturday today. I have all my stuff packed up to send to Jim Bennett. I'm sending to Clovis singly, not with the cash, because you know it's $20 per item. I wanted to keep it under $100 this time. I'm gonna send the rest of the stuff after he papers it, depending on what it papers as. I think it might be a redstone with the multiple flutes, but we'll see what he has to say. It might just be papered as a Clovis, who knows. But I got up to mail the stuff, and it's Saturday, and I don't even know what day it is most of the time. I thought it was like Monday, and I got to the mail and it was done closed already. They closed the town I'm in right now. It closes at like 10 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. So I'll have to wait till Monday, but that's all going out. I'm sending that one Amos point that I found on November or October 30th that I showed, and a few other real nice Amos points. And I might add a half the shaft scraper to it tonight, I don't know, out of the cache, and then get the cache papered completely by like Dwayne Rogers, have a Bennett paper on the nicest piece in the cache. I want to do stuff like that. Like instead of paying Jim Bennett $200 to paper the whole cache, I'll get one piece out of it by him, the cache by Dwayne Rogers or one of these other guys. I'm going to mix it up so I have multiple papers on some of the stuff so you can see all the papers. That's how we're going to handle it. I don't really know how long it'll take him to get that stuff back, but I know they do call you or email you when they get your package, and then when they ship it out, you get another notification. And I think I'm gonna put signature confirmation on it, and that takes all the worry out of it. You get to insure it. Priority mail, I've never had boxes lost, so we can look forward to that on here too. And also got a message from Dan Snyder, who is river bound on here, the guy that finds all the big bones, and he said he sent a package, and I asked him in an email. I haven't seen a reply yet. Hopefully he lets me do a giveaway on that to help his channel. Believe me, it'll be something cool. He sent me a big bone before, and it's just ridiculously awesome. Go check out his channel now, River Bound. You'll see it. You can type in river space bound arrowheads. He just sent me a picture in my email of a mammoth tusk he found, and I mean, I would have probably pooped a little in my pants if I saw that laying on the ground. It's amazing. Later, folks. All right, I'm back up to where I got this stuff cleaned up, and my parents' house, and here's some of the stuff I found. That's some kind of old pole, or I don't know what that is, but it's old, you can see. This is just a rock, but man, isn't that cool? It's not an artifact, but that is cool. I brought it from my mom to put in one of her flower gardens. This looked funny to me too, but it's also nothing. I got pottery in there. Here's, this would have been pretty nice. And it's translucent. It's a real overcast day, but it's that green shirt like I find on the river. Looks broke. One of these flakes of flint, after I cleaned it off, you can see this. It's an end scraper, without a doubt, right there. It's all worked. It's not a great one, but you can see it's almost stemmed. It looks like that's probably where it was hafted. Little tool, all these flakes. That would have been that's an old bottle. It's all break up. I just brought it to show you. An old insulator, more old glass, flakes of flint reds, a 1970 penny. There's that thing, and man, this would have been a month maker. That is just sick that that's broke. And probably from the plow. It's really nicely polished, speckled hard stain, real nice bed. Sorry if my hands are shaking, it's freezing out here, and I got wet down there and the wind's blowing. I don't have to go in. Oh, but you can see there's a river cobbled shirt. It just looks like Coshocton flint. Look at it. Broken open, that would look like from Coshocton County, Ohio. I've been down there a while. I dug a lot of targets, but if I'd have just walked the field, I would have still found all this flint and stone stuff. Anybody can do that. All of you watching, if you have 20 minutes, you can get out of your car and walk out into a field on a ridge and find artifacts. Make a video. That's all it takes is a little bit of time. So, pretty interesting trip. No real good metal detector finds, but that coin could have been a gold coin. That's what you got to do, and eventually you're going to find something like that. That's a real thick piece of blue glass. I'd like to see that. That's old. But thanks for watching. The river's sky high. I don't know what I'm going to do next. Maybe I'll go metal detecting that field again next video and try to find something nicer. Thanks for the prayers for my father. And see y'all in the next one.